Welcome everyone to another episode of Case Closed. My name is Antoine Johnson. I want to talk about something here. On today's episode, I want to talk about the fight between Iron Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. I believe the fight will be, I believe the fight is an 8-round exhibition fight with 12-ounce gloves, and I believe it will be headgear. And Iron Mike Tyson didn't really specify if they was going to go for knockouts or not, but as I was reading, I don't really think they are going for knockouts. But if a knockout happens, it happens. The thing that now to get to the exciting part, if the fight will be exciting or not. Now, I think that the fight will be exciting in my honest opinion, but the problem is though Roy Jones Jr. can't take a punch. Now, I hear a lot of people saying Roy Jones Jr. isn't a heavyweight, but people could forget Roy Jones Jr. has fought at heavyweight before. Even though it was only one time it did happen. And at this stage of Roy Jones' life, I believe he's probably a heavyweight. And Roy Jones Jr. ain't trying to shed pounds in order to have a fight. So, in order to not have to shed pounds and he can just gain a little bit of muscle, why not just stay at your weight class? Just stay at the weight you're at now. Just gain a little bit of muscle. Get in the ring with Iron Mike Tyson. Hope and pray you don't get knocked out. Because we have to understand something. Like, the problem with these fighters now is that they want to see if they still have it. And I think that's the problem with Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson personally is dealing with inner demons that is telling him to get out there and still have a fight. I really do. He's always had that mentality that always had anger in it. And I think that personally that he's is getting to a point where he wants to see if he can still do it. Like, I think he's trying to release something, if that makes any sense. And I think in this fight, he might release it. If it's not this fight, it will probably be the next. I think he likes to just release his anger in the boxing ring. And I think in his past interviews, he was actually talking about things like that. And I think this is basically what this fight is to him. Not to Roy Jones, but to him. And it should be a great, exciting fight. Should be on September 12th, I believe. And it's going to be it's going to be a good fight to watch. I don't think it's going to be an exciting fight, but it will be a fun fight to watch. Like I said, 2020 has been a year full of surprises, and this fight right here is crazy. But if you really think Roy Jones Jr. could take a punch by Iron Mike Tyson, even with 12-ounce gloves, I think it's going to be a knockout by accident. I do. I think Roy Jones is going to get hit. He's going to fall. Because Roy Jones Jr. just can't take a hit no more. So it's like, it is what it is. Have a good day, man.